Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing my budget updates, well, 3 of them at the moment, because we are working with the paycheck from the 25th of April. There are still some items that have to be paid, and then also our week 4 of April, and then also the moving loan, which that Feb part is not right, but the moving loan I just used a different sheet for. So with the no, that's not the loan. With the paycheck from the 25th, we are going to go through it and highlight the ones that have been handled. So the income was exactly 20,520 as expected. So that is as expected, which is yellow. If you've been following along on our journey so far, you would know that. Then personal loan 1 was 1,183. That was exactly the amount. Personal loan 2 went off the same as it was meant to. So the revolving credit, I made a payment of, I think it was 20,000 into that account, and I also put our move 5,000 into that account. So the revolving didn't go off by as much as it was supposed to, or as budgeted, because it wasn't maxed out anymore, so the payment was made less. So that was great. Then credit card SB, we paid the normal 900, which is the amount that was on the statement. Another one is the bank settled, or almost settled. They had the incorrect balance, so they didn't settle the full amount on credit card N, and so we didn't make a payment because it showed as a payment. Then the move amount that we put away for the move is 5,000. So that was exactly the amount we put away. Then insurance was cheaper because we cancelled our home content insurance and moved over our house insurance, or our house insurance is already for the new house, and then the car insurance is still on there. But the content we cancelled because it more than tripled in the new area, because the province as a whole is classified as more dangerous, even though we won't be living near any of the big cities, which are the areas with the high crime rates. So we decided to cancel it. There's really no point for us to have it because our house has alarm systems and security beams outside and electric fencing and everything, so we decided to cancel it. And we also are home most of the time, if not all, so our insurance was less than expected. Our pest control, did that even go off? It was meant to go, no, it goes off on the 4th, so it will be going off tomorrow. Then my phone bill was a bit less than expected, so it was only 1,670. It's not by a lot, but it is a little bit. Netflix didn't go off yet. It only goes off on the 10th, and I'm thinking of changing that date because it is now kind of an irritation to have to keep this budget open until everything has gone off. Then family loan, that one was exactly as expected. Google One hasn't gone off yet. That's only on the 15th, if I'm correct, which I also might look into changing it. Then overdraft, I went over my overdraft limit, so I had to pay in this amount. So that is basically what we did, and we budgeted for it. And then the first thing that's over budget is bank charges that went off, and that was 2 rand, so it's not that bad. I'm not going to update the totals now, since obviously they will be changing once these things have gone off our account. Then there's no expenses in the cash section. Well, it says Yeah, that's the cash section. Then with the sinking funds, as you know, we aren't actually running sinking funds, but these are usually sinking fund items. So my computer's power supply decided to stop working last week, and we did, no, 2 weeks ago, and we did budget for it. So that has been paid, and it was exactly the amount because we looked up the price before we even did this budget. Toiletries, I haven't spent anything because I'm going to be spending that amount once we have moved. Then kids, it was a bit more than expected, which isn't a lot. This was just for some winter clothes for the kids, as we will be moving to a much colder climate with summer rainfall. So the cold is quite extreme when it's winter. So yeah, that's where we are at. And then I also made a payment on personal loan 1 before the bank settled it. So that is obviously good. So that's green. This is supposed to be green, but I made it red. I don't know, I made a mistake. So because obviously anything extra in the sinking fund is good, so, but I made a mistake there. Okay, so the next one we are dealing with is week 4 of April. So our rollover was exactly as expected. Our sales, well, my sales is in the red. I stopped working until the move is done. So at the moment we are in a process where I'm packing every day, cleaning every day to get this house in perfect condition. We are moving in next week on Wednesday, so I'll probably not be making a video next week, but I'll try my best to do so. On Wednesday at 9 a.m. the truck is coming to load the furniture. Hopefully we'll be able to get flights that same day. Our car's being loaded next week Friday from a friend's house onto another truck, and then we have accommodation booked for Monday, which doesn't make sense now, but we were going to get the truck on Monday. The moving company decided they don't have enough space on the truck that we are using, so they are sending a full truck, or well, a completely empty truck, so we can fill it up completely and there won't be any other things in there. But it will only be on Wednesday, and we will be forfeiting the amount that we paid for accommodation on Monday for Monday night, because we were planning on staying until Tuesday morning to get an early flight out. So we decided not to wait around for the next day and book accommodation again, but we won't be booking our tickets until the truck is literally loaded on Wednesday. So the first thing we have here is electricity. So we did spend 500 on electricity this week. I've been doing a ton of washing and everything, so that's basically what has been happening. This amount for house fix up, it's basically to cover any holes, fix anything, like we fixed some light bulbs that were out and just a few basic things. And I also got some sugar soap to wash the walls and make sure it's all cleaned up. So then we're moving to the cash section. So food, we went over budget. That's mostly because we are buying as we eat now. We aren't working on buying a ton of stuff to put away, so we are doing quick and easy ready meal type of situations, which is costing more than normal, but it's also understandable because I can't at the moment spend much time cooking. So we are doing easier meals at the moment, basically. So then fuel was exactly as expected at 200. Meat, we spent 300 exactly. I just went into the butchery and asked them for exact amount, so that was great. Snacks, we went over budget. That was for movie night with the kids. Our son was a bit upset about packing his toys away, or some of the toys, most of the big toys we packed away, and he didn't quite understand what it meant to be moving. So he thought I was going to be donating all his toys, and I had to explain to him that that's not what we are doing. We are packing them to unpack them again when we get to the new house. So we did a little movie night with the kids to basically take care of him feeling upset about the whole moving situation. But he's now happy, understands what's happening, so that's great. Then wood, we also went over budget. We had a braai with our friends over the weekend to say goodbye. So that's basically where that extra expense was, because we had to buy more wood for that. Okay, so then we have the sinking fund amounts. So kids, we went over budget. And that was on travel cups and mugs and plates or bowls that has lids and all that type of things that we got for on the airplane. It's just so the kids are occupied and everything is working out well. So the other thing we had was vaping. That's exactly as expected. And then we are in a negative of 592 and 79, and that amount I took from the loan, the moving loan. So we carried that over to the moving loan, which obviously is bad. But we, all in all, were fine. We only spent 592 from the moving loan, which is mostly attributable to the snacks and the wood and the food, basically. Oops. So that's where all of that happened. Then when we go to the moving loan, we received 163. This one obviously has no fixed budget because we are going as we are going. There's no fixed plan with this money. Obviously we have an idea of what we are doing with it, but also the moving expenses and all those things are changing each and every day, basically. So we got the loan. The bank, the full loan was this, that the bank used to settle 3 debts, and they paid 93,510 to us. Then I had to buy airtime to phone the insurance company. I had to go and buy more boxes, which were 552, and we are now up to 100 boxes for moving. Then we have accommodation that I paid, and we won't be getting refunded, unfortunately. So that was a complete waste of money. Then that's the amount that came from April week 4, which is now an expense here, but that's fine. So our total was 100 plus 552 plus 1236.84 plus 592.79. That gives us a total of 2481.63. And then we deducted from this amount, which was 93510.54. That would leave us with 91,028.91 cents. Then I'll just transfer this. So then we had our fuel. That's for driving around for moving related things. So that's 300. We had a party with our friends, as I said, over the weekend, which we added separately. And then entertainment, that's takeout, and also some things for the party that we ordered in through the grocery store. So that added up to 2748.86. Okay, and then deducted from 91,028.91 gives us 88,280.05. So that's carried over to here. 80 oh wait, it's 88,280.05. So then I bought some clothing. Wait, did I not include that with the kids? No, that's other clothing. I forgot. I shopped for clothing twice. It was a few more things that the kids needed. So it was 503.87. Then vaping, we had to buy some parts for the devices itself. So that was an unexpected expense, but obviously we aren't keeping a sinking fund, and I think if we did, we would have been fine. Then I went to the dentist and had some dental work done, which added up to 1,850. That was for 2 appointments and 4 fillings, if I'm correct. It was small fillings. They called it something different than a filling, actually. It was a fissure. I basically had grooves in my teeth that could cause damage, so they take away 1 millimeter of your tooth and patch it back up on the surface, on the chewing surface of your teeth. So that's what they did. And also I had a cleaning done, and there was one actual filling that I did get an injection to numb the area. So that is what South Africa, the expense in South Africa is. I will note that I have a very cheap dentist in comparison to some, but she is by far the most gentle person, and I don't even feel a thing ever. Being scared of a dentist, that's definitely a plus, and I'm really gonna miss her, to be honest. But at least I did get all my dental work done before we are leaving. And then medical, that is basically just for a shot that I got for B12, vitamin B12. That was just a little shot I got, so that's fine. And then we have a total of 2808.87 in expenses so far. So if we deduct 88,280.05 from that, it will be 85,471.18. 85,471.18. Okay, and here are a few of the big ones now. So we had the revolving credit that I paid 20,000 towards as additional, which is why my payment was lower than normal. Then family loan P, we paid off completely, so that was the last 3,000. Then personal loan 1 and 2, the bank didn't seem to settle them completely, so they took another monthly payment from this amount. Basically, you will notice that in my monthly paycheck they took the payment and then they took another payment, so that was extra and unplanned for. And then credit card SB, we paid 144712, that account, which is also going to lower the interest and everything for next month. And we are planning on, well, at the moment we are keeping all the money available, like the revolving credit we can access again, the credit card SB, and also credit card N that we have. And let me think, my overdraft is fully paid at the moment, but we can access it again. Obviously it shows as available balance at the moment, so we have access to most of the money that we repaid. We aren't closing those accounts yet. We are going to be working on the highest interest rate first. We decided to move from the snowball method to the avalanche method, and at the moment the highest interest rate we have is this loan. So we are going to be working on the highest balance first, but the interest rate is like 20%, if I'm correct. So we do have a lot to pay towards these. So I'm going to just add up. It's 20,000 plus the 3,000 plus the 1454.36 plus 1182.27, and that gives us a total of 25. So 25,636.63 deducted from 85471.18, and that gives us 59834.55. 59834.55. So then we have the 14,471, and that gives us 45,363.55, and that's obviously 14471.00. Okay, so we still have, excluding the available 24,000 on the revolving credit, the family loan we don't have any access to. Personal loan 1 and 2, it's closed completely. Then credit card SB, we have about 15,000 that we can access at the moment. Credit card N, we have 28,000 we can, or 27,000 that we can access. So we have quite a bit that we can access now. So it's 24,000 on the revolving, plus the credit card SB is at 15,000, and credit card N is at 26,700 or something. I'm just saying 26,000. And then obviously this amount includes what's in my account at the moment. It includes the overdraft amount of 14,000. So at the moment we have access to 65,000 that's currently laying in the loan accounts, plus the 45, which means we have access to over 100,000 at the moment. We have 110 available that we can get to if we need to. But obviously if we don't need any of the money, we are planning on fixing up our house, as I said in previous videos. Sorry, I seem like I'm completely confused now. But basically all these amounts we are going to use to fix up our house. It desperately needs a new floor, so we are going to do laminate wood flooring, and paint the walls. We are going to do a few things. The bathrooms definitely need to get some tiles or something on the walls because the paint is just peeling off at the moment, so we need to do something in there. Maybe waterproof it in some way, because the walls are not wet, but the paint is coming off. They used a water-based paint in a bathroom with steam, which obviously doesn't work, but they didn't know any better, so we will need to fix that and maybe use an oil-based paint to cover that back up. But yes, as I said, at the moment we have all of this, well, the 65 available along with this, which also has to cover our truck and yeah, the trucks to move everything, which will be about 25,000 still. So we will still have 20 left of this, and then the 65 available, and we will be getting our security deposit back from this house, which is 20. So that covers most of the moving. And also we are planning on putting 10,000 into our account to cover the rest of the moving costs, like the flights and the accommodation that we paid and can't get back the money. So yeah, I didn't read properly on booking.com when I made the booking that it will be 100% non-refundable. We tried to get it rescheduled, so we at least use it by moving it to Wednesday, so we fly out on Thursday, but then we decided against it. The guy also wanted to charge us for another night, so apparently you aren't even allowed to change your booking. I asked him, and he basically just told us, well, it will be 1,000 rand additionally. It's less, but not by a lot, because I mean he charged us 1,236 for the first night. Well, that's what booking.com charged us, which obviously includes taxes and such. I actually met the guy in person to pay the deposit because I didn't really trust the whole situation. He just sent me banking details and wanted me to do a transfer, so I decided to go to the place. He showed me the place and everything, which obviously made it easier to trust him. But now I kind of regret not waiting until today to go and make that payment, because I made the payment just yesterday. And I actually told him I was busy, and he was busy all day, and then we kept running past each other. And in the end, I went there after 6 p.m. to pay the deposit. And yeah, I just wish I waited until the next day, because the moving company lets us know this morning that they are moving our scheduled appointment for the truck to arrive by 2 days, which isn't great. But that's the situation we are in. Currently, we have like 40% of our stuff packed. As we were thinking we were moving on Monday, we started packing some things that we might need, like our kids' homeschooling stuff. We decided to give them the week off, but now it's going to be 2 weeks off, since we'll only be getting our stuff next Friday. The truck takes 2 days to drive to our new house. So yeah, that's basically our situation. So I'm going to be unpacking some boxes because we need to homeschool. We just got past the Easter break for the kids. They had 2 weeks off, and now they've been back for a week, and now we're back to a week off. So it's going to end up being 2 weeks. I might just do one lesson a day, say one English, one Afrikaans, which is the language that we speak, and then maybe life skills and mathematics as well. I'm going to skip things like PE because we tend to do outdoorsy stuff, and we've packed everything from outdoors because it's cold and winter here at the moment. So the trampoline and all the things they can jump and climb on and slide on, we've packed away already. But we are moving to the bigger stuff now, like packing up work equipment and such, which is great. And I'm hoping we can get this move done without any problems. We aren't anticipating any, but we also don't want to tempt fate, because clearly sometimes it doesn't work out, as you can see by the accommodation we paid for nothing. The only thing we can still do at this point is pack a few more things, and then we have family visiting this weekend. My mother's coming to visit, and it's Mother's Day on Sunday, so that's great. It's the first Mother's Day I've spent with my mom since I was still in high school, and even then I didn't live with her for the last 4 years of high school. So when I was in 8th grade was the last time I saw her on Mother's Day, which we can maybe do something fun this weekend to celebrate. And yeah, that's basically where we are at the moment. And I'm going to be going. I have a bunch of stuff to do. I've been painting and everything today. My nails and even my jacket is full of paint, and it's everywhere. I even have some in my hair, if I'm right. So yeah, I'm going to go and finish that. I have washing on. Sorry for the noise from the washing machine. It's literally the only time I can get washing done, when the kids aren't running all over the place, because our washing machine is in our scullery area, which is part of the kitchen. I'm not sure if it's a thing in other countries, but it's in the scullery. So the kids would literally just run over the laundry if it's on the floor in piles. And I like to make my piles per person and per color then. So it's a lot of stuff everywhere. But I just do 3 to 4 loads a night. As I said, I'm going to leave. I need to get things done. I'm just sitting over here procrastinating and talking to all of you wonderful people. But I also actually want to say thank you to each and every one of my subscribers, because I have seen this morning that I actually have 92 subscribers, which is amazing to me, because it means people are interested in what I'm doing. And even though I'm not doing a great job of it, at least some people can learn from my mistakes. Obviously, getting a loan, not the best idea I've ever had, but it did actually, if you look at it, we reduced our payments by a ton because we cancelled out so many dates. I know we will be paying for longer, but we will be paying less in total, which is kind of why we took this loan, and then we can actually pay it off early. It is a 5-year loan, So some of the loans we were almost done with. Like personal loan 1, you would notice it was like 14,000. And it ended up being paid off. It would have been maybe, I think, 12 or 13 more months. But at the rate I was paying it off, I was paying double per month in payments. So 6 to 7 months. But it's gone now. Now I just have 163,000 to pay back to the bank, which is scary, but it's okay. But I really am going to go. I hope you have a great evening. Thank you to all of you. I appreciate you all. And I'll see you in my next video. I'm not going to promise next week. I'm just going to say that I will probably be uploading my new budget for May in the next couple of days, and then I might just not upload until after the movie's done. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.